the live streams early on, those were a good way for me to create videos without stressing out on editing. All right. Editing takes a lot of time. If you're listening, watching this, you probably realize editing could be many times the effort of writing the script or shooting the video or any of those details. Editing is a beast. I was particularly bad at it. I wasn't proficient at using the tools. I was trying to learn on my own, and it was really slowing things down. So I thought, how can I remove barriers? I can go live. There's not too many people going live, and people are a lot more patient if they're watching a live, live show. They understand you're going to make some mistakes. So people were a little more patient, and I was able to create, more videos faster by removing that whole layer of editing or having to hire an editor or anything like that. The other part is, and I didn't realize it at the time, was it really helps build community. So I had like the same people showing up. And by the way, for the first several, there may have been 1 or 2 people on there, but I committed to go ahead and produce those videos, go live, and even if no one was there, I was going to talk, and I was going to keep going. I was going to do my 30 minutes or an hour or whatever I committed to at the time. And over time, more people started to show up. They would have their own conversations in the chat. And now I see this with my peers and some, kind of newer channels some of my friends have, where they're trying to do live streams, and it's to build community in a lot of ways. And, again, it's a lot of times easier for them to just do a 1-hour live stream than to try to put together like a, 8-minute video. It's just faster.
How does the preparation for a live stream differ at all from the preparation that goes into making, a taped piece of content? Is it the same? Is it similar, or are there differences in how you prepare?
Initially, I'm trying to think if I shifted a lot. One skill that I had from my day job is as a project manager, I used to lead meetings, and I would potentially get a presentation that had information that I only got to look through for 5 minutes beforehand. So I literally would be on calls with executives that were many pay grades ahead of me, and I would need to go through these slides and make presentations. We didn't have to do video back then. It was just getting started. We just had enough bandwidth in the technology to do video calls. But the point is, I was pretty comfortable just doing a presentation. So that said, a lot of times I was able to really just show up, maybe have a blog post that I've written in the past, and kind of hit the high points, hit the bullet points in that article, and that would be my live stream. Plus, you have the chat, so you could answer questions. So if there were a few people, you could answer questions there. If you're shooting, the videos I try and do now, I try to prepare a lot more, and I may even write a script that I'll use a teleprompter for, so I can be concise. I can say exactly what I want to say without repeating myself. If you don't have a script, it's really easy to repeat yourself. And if you're not a strong editor, it's really easy to leave in the repetitive statements over and over again. So, nowadays it may take me a couple hours to write a script that's, maybe enough for a 10-minute video. And then for a live stream, I literally can show up cold. I could talk about nonsense. Like, I've done hundreds of live streams at this point. So I literally can just show up, turn on the camera, hit live, and then I can talk to the people in the chat. I could just riff on some nonsense or, some stories that maybe I have in the back of my head. It's weird, but it's a muscle and skill that you can develop. And if you just do enough of them, I think, most people will get comfortable in just going live without much prep.